freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom over me.
You walk, I run. You talk, I listen. You stand, we kneel. You shoot, we... Why do we have to live in fear? Slavery ended, but history repeats because it was never told. You say you dominated, I say you enslaved. You say you own, I say you stole. It takes one pointless death to acknowledge the sufferings that the media try to cover up. Black legends of today remember us fancy. We live in a world where the only history told are the early civilizations, the Middle Ages, Tudors and Stuarts, but black history ain't a topic to touch on. You copied everything and held it to your name, but when it's time to speak up, you're quiet. Listen, we learned about the Black Plague, but big 2020 black people are being treated like a plague.
Oh, freedom, freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom over me. Over me. Yeah. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my own grave. And go home to my Lord and be free.
The first person to create the light bulb, my history will tell you is Lewis Latimer, but yours will tell you is Thomas Edison. The first person to create the toilet, my history will tell you is Thomas Elkins, but yours will tell you is Sir John Harrington. The first person to create music, my history will tell you is George W. Johnson, a slave, but let me not shed too much light on that, because your history will tell you it was a Greek philosopher. Enslaved minds left with nothing but music as a beacon of salvation.
In my own grave. Go home to my Lord and be free.
Wade in the Water, a song made by slaves as the message to other slaves to hide in the water. You know about Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X and so on, but what do you know about Harriet Tubman? Born a slave and risked her life to help free other slaves. Anna J. Cooper, the daughter of a slave and a slave master, but became an author, educator, sociologist, black liberator activist, and was one of the most prominent American scholars. I can't breathe. How many times must we say that line to seek recognition? How many bodies do you have to see drop before you realise you have the advantage? Point a gun at my head, pull the trigger, don't stop until you see red, it's okay. It's just another black soul dead. Shaking my head because racism is being covered up by Fed. Don't take our voice, we need to be heard. Don't take our sight, we need to see. And don't take our air, we need to breathe.
I'm a young black man, doing all that I can to stand. Oh, but when I look around and I see what's being done to my kind, every day I'm being hunted as prey. My people don't want no trouble. We've had enough struggle.